Hey guys, it's Connor from Team Cauldron, and today we have a feature match between Zach and Tom. So, as it says on the side there, Zach's playing standard Orcust, which is no surprise to anyone because it's all the guy seems to play. And Hox is playing his hero deck, which again is just his kind of signature deck. It's what, both these decks are what they both tend to really enjoy the most. So Zach's going to go first here, and he's just going to pop off with his standard Orcust combo, sending the Jet Synchron off of the Scrap Recycler, which the movie does here is pretty absurd just to get into some of his Orcust cards, because if you can see in his hand here, he's got a lot of the Mech Knight cards, which isn't the greatest going first. And I do think Hox kind of had that knowledge before then, so let him go first when he won the die roll. So, yeah. He's going to send the Mech Knight off there, some of the Jet Synchron, link both of those off into a Hulk Fibrex, and you'll see how absurd this is in a minute, because he's going to use the Hulk to get his Brass Bombard from deck, and then link off into a Galatea, and then just send the Jet Synchron back into deck, which is it's a bit mental, to be fair, just because I believe Galatea lists as long as it's a machine type, it doesn't have to be a dark machine. So, that's really cool that you have that as a target there, even if you don't draw into any of your Orcust cards. So, yeah, it's just pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. So, I'll leave Zach to pop off, but Battle of Legends dropped today, guys. Did you pull anything good? So, I believe I pulled the prize card reprint, bunch of Numeron spells. I only opened the box, though, because I'm a poor boy. So, it's alright, I guess. I think I broke even, so I'll deal with that. But I'm going to hold on to it, because I know when Organised Play resumes, Numeron stuff's going to bump up massively in price. So I can't complain. Zach, I believe, pulled quite a lot of Numeron field spells, so he'll cash in on those later. And Tom from the last video, I believe, just messaged me. He's pulled 2 of the prize card, which is, it's not too bad. But otherwise, yeah. If you want to support the channel, want to support myself, please have a look at my field centres. Advert will pop up in a minute. Links in the description. Supports us, and just helps you guys get sick as fuck field centre. So can't complain. But otherwise, Zach's going to carry on here. He's got the Galatea, he's got the IP Masquerena, so he's just going to pass on that. So Tom's going to draw for a turn. Zach's got a hand, I believe, full of a couple of hand traps. Well, I think no, he doesn't. He has it's the Babylon field, so he's got all the interaction. Zach's just going to sit there and cut his deck. But I believe Hox drew a really fucking dead hand here, which, isn't the nicest thing in the world. But unfortunately with combo decks, because, Hero is a very combo heavy deck now. So, yeah, if you get ashed, or if anything gets negated, really, and you have some garnets or just bricky cards in your hand, there is nothing you can do. So he's managed to search off of the E here, the Markiplier card. So Zach let that go through, no problem. I don't know what that set card is of Zach's. Zach's just going to start doing his combo again during Hox's turn, because that's how Orcust is, I guess. So he's going to set the Orcust return, which is absolutely fine. Hox is going to sit there and consider killing himself, because he doesn't want Zach to play Yu-Gi-Oh! During his turn. Of course, the effect's going to get crescendoed, so there's a massive kick in the balls there for poor Hox. So, yeah, gets negated and banished, which is not fun. I believe Zach, he hard drew that on his first turn, I'm guessing, because he searched the Babel off of his Galatea. Unless it's the other way around, I can't remember, to be honest. But this is the thing about Orcust. The interaction during your opponent's turn it's alright, but it's just not fun in a way. I do miss, as much as I miss playing Orcust, since I played Sidra Orcust for a little bit, Orcust has just lost its appeal to me in time. Seeing things such as, I don't know, Lunalight Orcust, which was absolutely fucking broken, especially when Azathoth was a thing before it got banned, but thank God we don't have to deal with that anymore. So, Azathoth was absolutely whack, but we don't have to deal with that at the moment. So, I believe Hox just passed on that, and Zach's now going to start just popping off, because I believe Hox had literally nothing in his hand. So, yeah, Zach's going to start linking off. He's going to go into a Boral Sword here, and then just try and punch for game, because this is a very, very easy game for Zach. He doesn't have to really try too much here. They both opened dead hands, to be fair. It just happened to be that Zach's was just less dead. Because obviously Zach couldn't do full combo here, and he ended on a Galatea and an IP first turn, which is, it's alright. You've got the bit of interaction with the Crescendo, and you've got the IP switch. He could have gone into summon, but no, he hasn't. He's just pushed through. He's gone into the Boral Sword. He's then going to banish the symbol, special summon the Galatea, go into the Dingirsu, and then that's game. So sweet. So we are going on to game 2 here, and Zach has opened shit ton of hand traps, I believe. So can't really complain with that. I believe Zach's going to go second this time. So Hox is just going to start to see what he can or can't do. But he's currently looking at his hand here, and I remember standing over him, and he's just pointing through, counting up his cards, and he's saying, well, that's shit, that's shit, that's shit. The rotor would have been really good. He could have searched off anything in his deck, but with Zach, I believe he runs 9 to 12 hand traps, so he has a fucking response for absolutely everything, which, isn't the most fun thing in the world. So Hox is just sitting there considering just walking out here, but, that's alright. So I believe he's just waiting here. He's got a Mars Change in hand, I believe a Solid Soldier. So we'll just wait and see what he has to do. And there we are, yes. So he's going to do the normal summon here. Effect, special summon, defense. That's fine. He's going to look at trying to link off here, but then chooses not to, I believe. I believe he sits there, and then he waits to do the mask change. But, I mean, the thing is, like, heroes is, whilst heroes can be really, really good in certain situations, they do run really, really tricky floodgates sometimes. Especially Dark Law. Dark Law is absolutely fantastic card, but the only issue with it is, unfortunately, if you get Nibirued with heroes, it's really hard to extend through. They don't play through negation too much, so it is just fucking annoying. So yeah, as you can see, he's doing the mask change. He's going to go into the Dark Law, which, as I said, yeah, fantastic card. Cards like that, Herald of the Arclight, they are difficult to get around. Dark Law more especially, because Dark Law's got quite a high, it's got high attack, so whilst Herald only has like a K defense, but Herald has the built-in negate as well, which is absolutely lovely. So Zach's just gonna start making columns here, and he's just gonna start absolutely popping off. So went to Indigo, moved it, then summoned the Blue Sky, searched the Gearsu, and adding Gearsu was absolutely crazy. Gearsu is a fucking mental card. I can't believe that Orcust and Mekk-Knight got that link. Obviously, there's a lot of like lore surrounding the World Legacy related cards, but yeah, Gearsu is mental. Like, its effect and how it can be searched off the Mekk-Knight core just makes it absolutely perfect for this deck. I would run it. I don't see why anyone wouldn't, but I've seen it in use of a lot of things. I've seen a lot of use of using Gearsu as a normal summon by using when using World Legacy Scars, I believe it is, to burn your hand and extra deck, which is like fucking absolutely whack. But so Zach's just going to attack over here, which is really shit. So he's lost that tiny bit of advantage by getting rid of the Dark Law. So now Hox is put in a pretty shit position as he starts to just attack over him. And then he ends with the Scrap Recycler, and here he goes with the fucking Orcust Wombo combo. The Scrap Recycler and the Scrap Golem package is really interesting. I don't believe Zach runs the Golem anymore, though. I believe he just runs it with the Jet Synchron, because he can add it back off the Galatea, like I said earlier. But yeah, he said Golem was a bit bricky for him. Didn't like seeing it, but yeah, the Scrap Recycle Scrap Golem combo with the Scrap Wyvern is absolutely fucking bonkers, and I think no one can deny that. Like, it's absolutely mental. So here he goes. He's got the Jet Synchro on the Blue Sky and the Scrap Recycler on the field. Believe he's just going to Nightmare, target the Blue Sky, start just sending shit and start just link climbing from there. And that's the thing Orcust does really well. I mean, it can link climb really easily, so dead hands don't always turn out to be dead hands. And the thing is with Orcust is its recursion is just fucking mental. If you're in a grind game with an Orcust player, like I do feel sorry for you, unless you end up like I say called by the grave in all of their shit, but you know, can't run more than 3. But yeah, I mean, they have so many different cards with so many different uses. Especially the other game where I had a game with him the other day where I ended up banishing 3 of his cards. I banished 2 Galatea and a Thingirsu, and he just world wanted them back. So, well, one of them back, and then just carried on from there. So, I mean, they do have a response to almost everything, and as I said earlier, being able to play during your opponent's turn is just whack. So he's got Galatea on field now. I believe he's going to start linking off from here, which, yeah, so it's going to do the IPS Masquerena, same as before. I don't know if he keeps the blue sky, though. I don't know why he would, so I'm assuming he'd probably symbol target the Girsu and then link both of those off. Yeah, so he's going to link, make the Galatea into a Thingirsu here. And again, poor Tom, he's actually not been able to play at all. I think he's played about 3-4 cards in the entire game. So it's a little sad, bless him. But he's just let him go in main phase 2. So Tom's drawn. Obviously, Zach has quite a lot of interaction, quite a lot of protects from that Thingirsu, which isn't fun. And obviously, he could use the Masquerena to go into a Unicorn, or even worse, I believe he's got enough material on the field. Yeah, he could. He could even go into a Appaloosa for 4? Yeah, you go into Appaloosa for 4, and it'll be unaffected by card effects as well, which is just bloody mental. Could also go into an Avramax and give that extra protection. And I believe here he's actually going to go into the Appaloosa. Yeah, he is. So that's a tasty move there. Tom looks like he wants to cry. I remember he looked up at me at this point and was just like, why? Why do I do this to myself? I do feel bad because I did walk past these guys the other day and they were having a match, and Tom and Zach had such like a back and forth game, and I wish I recorded that. But here we are, we're sitting there watching Tom die internally, which is okay. Obviously, Tom being our mascot for the team, with us being Team Cauldron, with the Cauldron Lord Man field centre there, because Tom is the oldest boy in the group, so everyone wish him a happy, I believe it's his 57th birthday this year. No, I'm joking. He's 75. Okay, so Zach's going to set the crescendo. Not as much else you can say, to be honest. He's just fucked Tom over a bit, even like during his own turn. So what else can he do? He's still got 3 Appaloosa negates, a negate and banish off the crescendo, and Tom is just going to pass. So standard Orcust shit is, I did my combo last turn, I did it during your turn, I'm gonna fucking do it again. So Zach's just gonna start popping off, banishing shit, unbanishing shit, because, yeah. I think Orcust do have a few choke points, but sometimes they're just hard to get to. Like, you can't Nibiru them too early because they will play through it. So I think best time to Nibiru Orcust is when they've used all their resources and a lot of shit is banished. So he's going to return here, sending the Brass Bombard to get the draw power, which again, fucking sick card for the deck. He's going to special summon the Purple Nightfall, I believe that is. And then he's going to start linking off again. Well, no, we look Season 2, ding, send, and then I believe he's just going to look here and just try and attack for game. But regardless, guys, that may be the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's been a very one-sided affair today, but I'm sure it's, you know, it's entertaining enough for you guys. But thank you guys for watching. If you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it, and thank you very much.